Summertown Eagles and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody back to Denver Track Field. Believe it or not, we are actually going to get this first game in of the Southeast 14-year-old Babe Ruth Regional here between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Lawrenceburg All-Stars and the Tallahassee All-Stars out of Florida. This is AJ Good, joined alongside Hayden Burks here for the first game of two. We had originally scheduled for 3, but weather got in the way. First game was supposed to be at 10 a.m., but we're going to get 2 in here tonight. The next game will be Marshall County, Tennessee, taking on Greenville, North Carolina. And Hayden, we sat through the entire, trying to do the math off the top of my head, 10-hour rain delay we had here for this first game. And you know as well as I do, the crew did a great job getting this field ready. This was pretty much a pond from center field over to left field. And from what we saw at about 10 o'clock this morning to now, it's almost truly remarkable.
Yeah, I'm about to say the field crew did an excellent job of keeping this field in shape. When we looked at it earlier, I looked at you and I was like, man, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get any games in, but from how the field crew did their job today, you know, the field, even though it doesn't look like it did before it rained, but it still looks in great shape to play baseball. So, unfortunately, we're not able to get 3 games in, but hopefully we can get the first 2 in.
They will be playing 3 tomorrow. Let's take a quick look at the lineup here, starting first with Lawrenceburg. Leading off in center, Kason Blackwood. Batting second at short, Jack Emerson. Batting third in right field, A.J. Daniel. Batting fourth at third base, Jake Moore. Batting fifth at second base, Aiden Perez. Batting sixth and catching, Brooks Durham. Batting seventh at first base, John Colby Stanley. Batting eighth in left field, Logan Mays. And the pitcher batting ninth is Ryder Blackwood. Right-hander on the hill for Tallahassee will be Ryder Miller. Lawrenceburg wearing their purple tops, white pants. Tallahassee all-white uniforms with navy blue sleeves and white hats. Here comes the first pitch from the right-hander in Miller, and that one is going to be inside for ball 1. It's actually turned out to be a pretty decent evening weather-wise. Nice little cool, almost kind of a late spring feel to this one. Here comes a 1-0. This one's a ground ball over to second. Throw over to first will be in time, and that will be the first out of the inning. A good play over there by Preston Ritchie for Tallahassee. Now batting here will be Jack Emerson, the shortstop for Lawrenceburg. Part of the E.O. Kaufman Middle School team, made its way to the state tournament for the first time in school history. 2 pitches in. We already have our first out here in the Southeast region. Comes the first pitch here from Miller, and that one's going to be high and away for ball 1. Emerson gets the sign from his dad, Ben Emerson, who's down the left field line. Next pitch, fastball inside for ball 2.
Yeah, and AJ, we've seen a lot from Emerson this year. Not only with Kaufman baseball, also with the Babe Ruth League we had just a few weeks ago. He's just a very disciplined baseball player when it comes to the batter's box.
Emerson back in the box. Miller ready to go. Now the windup, here comes a 2-0. That one's high and in for ball 3. Emerson trying to be the first Lawrenceburg player to reach base in this game. See, Tallahassee's done a bit of scouting here. You got third base playing even with the bag. Next pitch, that one's down the middle, a fastball for strike 1. First base playing even with the bag as well, and the middle infield guarding the gaps. Hitters count. Here's the 3-1 from Miller. That one is in there for strike 2. 3-man crew here for this game. Emerson takes his time, resets himself back in the box, a little closer now to the plate. Full count offering from Miller. That one is fouled away. Comes the 7th pitch of the at-bat from Miller. And now Emerson will call time, and Miller will lob one in there as that one was called almost in the middle of his windup. Actually, I think we had a time from a ball in the bullpen down the Lawrenceburg side that got away, so that was the time. It's a full count offering from Miller. That one misses low for ball 4. First base runner here for Emerson. The first free pass issued by Miller. Bring up the right fielder in A.J. Daniel, a very powerful left-handed hitter. Guy's got power to all fields.
He sure does. And A.J., I think his batting averages last year for Coffin was, I believe, 465, something like that. Very high for his age.
Yeah. First pitch here from Miller. That one's on the outside corner for strike 1. Huge lead by Emerson over at first. Miller will check over, and honestly, Emerson saved Miller on that one. That was in the dirt and probably would have gone away. And Emerson, with as much foul territory as we have here, Hayden, this is, for those of you joining us from Tallahassee, there is plenty of foul territory. It's almost Oakland A's-esque here. So if anything that gets away from the first baseman,
the runner's probably going to get to third base.
Third base pretty easily, especially with the amount of talent that we have here for both sides. Huge lead by Emerson at first. Here's the 0-1 from Miller, and that's a fastball that misses away for ball 1.
And it looks like Tallahassee has scouted Lawrenceburg very well, but one thing Lawrenceburg does is they like to have big leadoffs. So I don't know if they're trying to get in his head early in this game, but if so, it looks like it's working.
Comes a 1-1. Daniel, that's a tapper over the second baseman. Ritchie quickly throws over to first in time. So that's going to move the runner. Now a runner in scoring position. Bring up the third baseman to Jake Moore. Moore, as you mentioned, on that E.O. Kaufman team, Hayden had hit over 500 this past year. One of 2 guys that did. A.J. Daniel was one of the guys that was close to that mark.
And Jake, at the end of the year, he wasn't able to be on the field for him, but he was still a big key part for their offense.
First pitch here from Miller, and that's a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Moore, who was a designated hitter for pretty much the whole postseason after having to be shut down with a elbow issue. But he's back on the field playing third base here for Lawrenceburg tonight. Comes the 0-1. Breaking ball right down the middle for strike 2. A very good breaking ball there from Miller.
Yeah, that one fooled Jake for sure there. He thought it was going to come on the inside, and it was just a good breaking ball in general.
Miller's shown a lot of velocity so far here for Tallahassee. Here comes the 0-2. On the inside corner for strike 3, and that one will end the inning. Lawrenceburg strands 1 in the top of the first. It's a 0-0 game. First at bat for Tallahassee is coming up next here on the X Sports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com. At Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg, owner and broker Fred Webb is always working with his realtors to ensure they're ready for game day to score you the biggest win for your home or property. From being the best trained to knowing the land or home they're selling, the crew at your local United Country office is ready to give you their all. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, turn to Southern Tennessee Realty today and let them put their years of combined experience to work for you. Because everyone around here knows if Southern Tennessee Realty can find Bigfoot, they can find you a buyer.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
And welcome back to Denver Trap Field. We're here for the Southeast Regional Babe Ruth Game 1 between Lawrenceburg and Tallahassee, Florida. That is the bottom of the first here, as it is J.R. Thompson in the batter's box for Tallahassee. And here's the second pitch. That's going to be low for ball one.
Ryder Blackwood here on the hill for Lawrenceburg was one of the 2 starting pitchers for Summertown High School this past year.
And that one's going to hit him. And so JR is going to make his way to first base.
Not exactly the start you want if you're Lawrenceburg. When you think your pitcher's in a pretty good rhythm, then he hits a leadoff hitter in the in the back there. So good start here for Tallahassee. Get things going. Another left-hander coming up here for the team visiting out of Florida.
That's going to be Preston Ritchie. It's going to be his first appearance today, and it's going to be Ian Bass on deck. As Ryder checks over to first, he's not going to be in time.
Got Jake Moore over at third. He's playing a step in on the grass. Middle infield double play depth here for Lawrenceburg. And now they got him here in the pick.
Go. That was a weird sequence there, AJ.
Yeah. Good throw, though.
Yeah, it was.
Good throw. If it's on the money there for Stanley, they definitely nabbed Thompson at first.
So here's Blackwood with the windup. And that's going to be in there for strike one.
Ryder's just got to get in a good rhythm here. Make sure he holds Thompson accountable over at first and just trying to find his way and get some good pitches there in the strike zone.
Ryder looks over to first base. Here's the pitch, and Thompson's going to take off, and they're not going to get him.
Thompson got a really good jump there, and Brooks Durham behind the plate just really didn't have much of a chance to get him.
So here's the 2-1. That one's going to be low in the dirt for ball 3. So Blackwood falls behind on the count here. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to hit Ritchie as well. So back-to-back players being hit. And with that, it's going to be Ian Bass and Colton Corder on deck. So not the ideal start you want to be in Lawrence County situation, AJ.
That's the 4th pitch that Blackwood has either hit a left-handed batter or thrown behind him so far in this game, or really just so far to start this game.
So here's the first pitch. Oh, and they got him in rundown. They got him. Oh.
This is a really good slide over there by Thompson. I mean, a really, really good slide.
Jake says he got him. And so looks like Chad Moore's going to come out there and have a discussion. As he's got an argument, AJ, but like I said, we're not the officials, or excuse me, the umpires.
Yeah, that was a really good slide by Thompson. Thompson did what you had to do in that situation, especially when you got a throw like that. You got to slide to the outside part of the bag, and, you know, he gave himself an opportunity to get called safe when he did.
So with that, Lawrenceburg's in a tough situation with runners on second and third with no outs here.
Corner infield here going to both play on the grass. Middle infield still playing a double play depth.
Here's the first pitch. That's going to be a little high. Here's Blackwood with the 1-0 here. That's going to be in there for strike one, so 1-1 count. It's Bass looking down the third base line, getting a call from his coach. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled out of play. That'll make it strike 2.
Ryder getting a chance here to work ahead. If he gets an out here with no runs, it definitely will give him a little bit more confidence moving forward as the heart of the order is right behind Bass.
Absolutely. So here's the 1-2. That's going to be high for ball 2.
Got to keep track of this pitch count. Blackwood already at 12. You're only allowed 105 in these games, or 7 innings max.
Here's the 2-2 count. That's going to be in the dirt. Good job by Brooks Durham keeping that in front of him.
Yeah, if he allows that to go behind him, that's almost a guaranteed run with Thompson's speed over at third.
Especially at this field. At Tom Cruise Field, just right across from us, you can get away with that. At this field, you probably can't. There's a 3-2, and he strikes him out.
What a great pitch there from Blackwood, painting the outside corner at the knees. You couldn't find a better pitch there on a full count offering.
Now it's going to be Colton Quarter at the plate here for Tallahassee.
That's Tallahassee team with 3 of their first 4 batters left-handed hitters. You don't see that very often at really any level, even at the pro level. And Colton Quarter saw him outside before the game. I mean, this guy looks like he's either a freshman or sophomore in college, let alone a 14-year-old.
He's a big kid. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball 1.
We haven't seen the integrity of the fence tested much during the Babe Ruth season, Hayden, and Gordon can get a hold of one. He might do that.
Here's the 1-0 here. That's going to be swung on for strike 1.
Good change up there from Blackwood through a bell tie, or a little bit higher than bell tie, and got Quarter to swing and miss.
So runners on second and third here still with 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. As Quarter's going to take a step out and step back in the box. So here's Blackwood with the pitch. That's going to be swung on, out of play.
So he feeds him a change-up, then gives him a breaking ball in the outside corner, and working ahead, doing a better job than what he did to the first 2 he faced.
So here's Ryder Blackwood with the 1-2 here. That's just going to be outside for ball 2.
Not a bad miss.
Yeah, wasn't a bad throw. Here's the windup, and here's the 2-2. And we're going to have a time.
That Quarter called it just in time there before Blackwood. Sometimes when you sense that pitcher's in a pretty good rhythm, the best thing to do is just call time so you can
get them out of their rhythm. So here's the 2-2 once again. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Ryder Blackwood. So maybe a little bit of a confidence booster for him so far.
Absolutely. Kind of a wild way to start this. 2 hit-by pitches, a couple stolen bases off a pickoff, and back-to-back strikeouts. And Blackwood can get out of this with no damage. I mean, that's a ton of momentum on Lawrenceburg's side.
So now it's going to be the shortstop for Tallahassee, Connor Burgess. As must have been just outside AJ. It looked pretty good from up here.
Maybe a bit high.
Yeah.
Again, we don't have the best angle for that, so my guess is just a bit high.
So here's the 1-0 here. And that's still going to be outside for ball 2. So Ryder quickly gets behind in the count, 2-0.
Obviously, we have a very pro Lawrenceburg crowd here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So most of the roars you're going to hear for the fans cheering for those in purple.
Here's the 2-0 by Ryder. That's also going to be outside for a 3-0 count.
If you walk him here, it's not the worst thing in the world. No damage is done. But then again, you got a bases loaded situation right after that.
Here's Blackwood with the 3-0 pitch. And that's just going to be inside. It's going to be a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah.
So with that base is loaded, it's going to be Ryder Miller at the plate with Tucker Powell on deck.
Miller here would love to have a chance to help his own cause as the opposing pitcher, and what a great spot to do it here.
So here's the first pitch for Ryder. As that's going to be on that outside corner for strike one. Here's Ryder with the second pitch. That's going to be swing and a miss for strike two. Boy, that was a beauty,
Yeah,
AJ.
that was a nasty breaking ball Blackwood threw right there and had Miller about a second ahead of it.
So quickly, Blackwood gets on top of the 0-2 count. See, shakes his head looking for his pitch. Here's the 0-2. And that's going to be in there for strike three. So 3 consecutive strikes out. Ends the inning with no runs. We'll be back right after this break.
Renwright Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Renwright is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Renwright Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
There are now more ways to save at QuickMart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at QuickMart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Back here at the Babe Ruth 14-year-old Southeast Regional, it's a 0-0 game here as we go to the top of the second inning. First pitch here thrown to Aiden Perez is fouled behind our broadcast location. A crazy bottom of the first we just saw. Ryder Blackwood hit 2 batters, walked 1, but got 3 strikeouts to get out of a bases-loaded jam. As now we have a 0-1 count here to Perez. The next pitch is fouled into the Lawrenceburg dugout. Count will go 0-2. So both pitchers showing some good stuff here early on between Miller and Blackwood. Now we're getting some new baseballs into the game. Field's starting to look like it's about drying up a bunch out here, Hayden, after all the water that we had. They said we got an 1 3/4 inches in that 2-hour span. It certainly looked like it from what we saw out here earlier today.
And still being able to get this game in is just a testament to how good our field crew is here in Lawrenceburg.
0-2 here is popped up to the first baseman Quarter. He makes the catch, and that will be the first out of the inning. Brings up the catcher in Brooks Durham here, his first at bat. It's almost the opposite you see here between the two lineups. Lawrenceburg, a very right-handed heavy lineup. On the other side for Tallahassee, we've already seen 3 lefties in that lineup. Durham here will step in. Here comes the first pitch from Miller. This one is hit high in the air, but going to get fouled for strike 1. And for those joining us for the first time, lots of foul territory here at Denver Trapp Field. If you watch any Major League Baseball, it's very Oakland Coliseum-esque. Almost it would rival it with as much foul territory as there is. This one is lined into the right center field gap. That one's going to get down. Durham going to take a big turnover at first, and will stay there with a 1-out single. The first hit here for either side, and the second base runner for Lawrenceburg. Bring up the first baseman here in John Colby Stanley, second left-hander here in the Lawrenceburg lineup.
Great job there by Brooks Durham, able to hit the gap there, and center field there was also able to just have good contact with the ball as well.
Max Dillard's going to be the courtesy runner here for Lawrenceburg. Come in for Durham, the catcher. So back-to-back innings here. The Miller's going to have to work out of the stretch. Also did the the previous inning with a 1-out walk to Jack Emerson. Huge lead by Dillard at first. Here comes the first pitch from Miller, a fastball away, back pick opportunity, and they're not going to get Dillard in time, as that will be ball 1.
Yeah, good job by Dillard there, recognizing not to take off, but also just to kind of step back to first and then slide back in.
And a big lead again over at first. Now Miller will step off the rubber. Send Dillard back to first. Comes a 1-0. Dillard takes off, and Stanley fouls this one away for strike 1. The home dugout on Tom Cruise Field, adjacent to us here at Bobby Brewer Park, is already taken a beating. Comes a 1-1. Stanley lines this one in the right field. That's going to be a base hit. Dillard's going to hold up at second. So back-to-back one-out singles here, and 2-1 for Lawrenceburg in the top of the second inning. Now going to bring up the left fielder here in Logan Mays. Mays, who hit out of the 8 spot, either 8 spot or the 2 spot a lot for Kaufman this past season.
Also was a key member of that Kaufman baseball team as well.
Got a mixture of Lawrenceburg and Summertown players here. Guys who will be rivals literally right back after this. Mays here will send this one in the right field. Sparkman makes a play out and right. Dillard thought about tagging up. Sparkman with a huge arm is going to hold him at bay as we still have 2 on with 2 out. And we'll go to the bottom of the order, the opposing pitcher and Ryder Blackwood.
What a throw by Sparksman, able to get that to, I believe that's Burgess at shortstop, and able to keep Dillard on second there.
Yeah, the way he faded over to his right and a quick throw like that, and on the line of Burgess over there at the short. First pitch to Blackwood, and that one's going to miss away for ball 1. Blackwood here with a chance to help his own cause, much like Miller did in the previous inning. Ducks on the pond, a chance to get the first lead of the game. Here's a 1-0. Just misses away for ball 2. Comes a 2-0. That misses away for ball 3.
So good job by Ryder Blackwood, being disciplined, waiting for his pitch, and he's up in the count 3-0.
Blackwood more than likely taking in this situation. And he does, as that pitch hits the outside corner at the belt for strike 1. Comes a 3-1. Blackwood's going to send this one in the left field. And it's going to be Popple making the catch, and that one will end the inning. Lawrenceburg strands 2 in the top of the second, still no score. So we head to the bottom half of the inning coming up next on the X Sports Network.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
And welcome back to Denver Track Field. We're here for the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, brought to you by Quick Mart, as there's going to be a hit by Popel and not going to be in time, and it's going to get away from Stanley. So he's going to make his way to second. He's going to stay there.
Good effort there by Ben Emerson, the shortstop, or Jack Emerson, I should say, ranging there to his right, tried to make a quick throw. If it would have been on target, they would have had him. But now after the error, we've got a runner in scoring position for the second straight inning here for Tallahassee.
So first error of the day here for Lawrenceburg. Now it's going to be the designated hitter, Cade McCullough. McLeod, excuse me. And it's going to be a bunt, and it's going to be out. And with that, runner makes his way to third.
It's a perfectly placed butt there by McLeod. Laying it down now gives a chance to the right fielder here, Brick Sparkman, to drive in the first run of the game. Also like to mention here that our Babe Ruth coverage at the Southeast Regional, the 14-year-old All-Stars, is brought to you by Quick Mart.
As that first pitch is going to be outside for ball one, as this is going to be Briggs Sparkman. So here's Ryder with the 1-0. As Russ Gisson, he's going to check over third.
Like a safety squeeze trying to be put on there by Tallahassee, where runner just stays even with the third baseman, and if it's a good bunt, he could take off. If not, he can just stay at third.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball three. So Ryder once again quickly gets behind on the count, 3-0.
Blackwood already with 32 pitches here through an inning and a third. So if your pitch count can only go as high as 105 or 7 innings, it's something they'll take a look at.
Here's Blackwood with a 3-0 pitch, and that's also going to be outside for a 4-pitch walk.
That's his fourth free pass, 2 hit by pitches, 2 walks, but in reality here, not the worst thing in the world is now you have a chance for a double play to get out of the inning. And just like we saw in the previous inning, he is more than willing and definitely has the capabilities to get out of a tough jam just like this.
So with that, we got a runner on first and third here. It's going to be Parker Rachi. Is that how you say it, AJ?
Richie Parker.
Richie Parker. And again, do apologize for mispronunciation with words. So it's going to be a swing and a miss for strike one. And Sparkman going to easily make his way to second.
Yeah, that was a design play there to see if they get him to throw down and maybe get the run in, but Lawrenceburg just not taking the bait on that one.
That's going to be high and away for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here.
You're actually right. It is Parker Ritchie.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be bunt. That's going to be fouled out of play. So with that, it's going to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know, sometimes those lineups there, Hayden, when they put the last name first and the second first name
it
last.
Throws you off. Well, I remember during the basketball Christmas
pitch.
tournament last year, the whole season I was calling this kid Shaw, and his name was Snow the whole time.
Yeah, it throws you off a bit there when
does.
they do that to you.
So here's the 1-2 here. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3, and with that's going to be Ryder's 4th strikeout of the day.
That breaking ball is something else. The way that thing just broke over, that's a 2nd strikeout he's gotten with that breaking ball, and they've been pretty so far.
So that's going to bring it to the top of the lineup here for Tallahassee. It's going to be J.R. Thompson back at the plate. Here's the first pitch. That's just going to be on that inside corner for strike one.
Infield now playing back here for Lawrenceburg. They were playing in on the previous two batters, or the previous batter, I should say, and now playing back at their normal depth.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to be on the outside for ball one.
Yeah, just missed that one just a bit.
He's going for that outside corner he likes.
Yeah. Either going to be a ball or swing and miss. There's not much as a hitter you can do with that.
Here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on. That's going to get down and get past Casey Blackwood. And with that, it's going to easily score 2 runs. And Thompson's going to make his way to second.
Tallahassee gets the run there, so Thompson reaches base for the second time. First time a hit by pitch, and that one was a sinking line drive. Good effort by Blackwood, just a bit out of his reach.
So with that, that's going to make it a score of 2-0. Tallahassee leads, bottom of the second. Here's Ryder with the first pitch here. That's going to be ground ball and going to be thrown out. So with that, that'll be the end of the inning. Tallahassee puts up 2 runs. They lead this one 2-0. We'll be back right after this break.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County, providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street, next to the courthouse.
And back here at the Southeast Regional 14-year-old tournament here for Babe Ruth. Tallahassee leading Lawrenceburg 2-0 as we go to the top of the third. Kason Black with the lead thing off. Took ball one here from Ryder Miller on for his third inning of work. Next pitch, that one gets away for ball 2. Miller so far through 2 innings has given up 2 hits, no runs, a walk, a strikeout. Sitting right now at 31 pitches. Blackwood hoping to kind of make up for the, don't want to say a mistake, as this one is popped in the right field. Sparkman in right, going to make the catch, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Going to bring up Jack Emerson, the shortstop. Emerson, who walked with 1 out in his first at bat in the top of the first inning. What has been a long day so far for us here at Hayden at the ballpark. We were here at 8:30 this morning before we thought a 10 a.m. game, and 10 a.m. got pushed all the way to 6.
Yeah, when that rain came, literally, as that's going to be a hit out towards left field.
That might be the hardest hit ball we have seen from anybody so far, as Emerson puts that one on a rope in the left. Third hit of the game for Lawrenceburg, and second straight at bat that Emerson has found himself on base. So bring up the dangerous left-handed hitter in A.J. Daniel. Daniel grounded out the second of his first at bat in the first inning.
I was saying earlier, we were just about to get going here at 10 o'clock, and then right as the coaches were meeting at the plate, that's when the rain started to come. So Good thing we're able to get some baseball in, though.
Old saying is the bottom fell out.
Yeah.
Quite literally,
For
the
real.
bottom fell out. Next game on deck after this will be Marshall County and Greenville, North Carolina. The game was supposed to be the third in the tripleheader today. Will be played at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The next pitch to Daniel is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Kind of contrasting styles. Miller, more of a fastball pitcher here for Tallahassee, as opposed to Blackwood, more of a change-up breaking ball pitcher. So I'll check on Emerson at first. That was a pretty good pickoff there by Miller, and Emerson got back just in time. 2-0 lead here for Tallahassee in the top of the third inning.
Emerson has another huge lead.
And they got him.
They got him.
No, they said
wow.
they didn't get him.
Wow.
I
guess it makes up for that call on
Yeah,
third base
yeah.
earlier.
I guess they're even now. Emerson, that was a good pickoff by Miller, and
He still got another huge lead.
yeah, even bigger than the previous one. Comes the 0-2. That one misses away for ball 1. Just like Thompson did, as we talked, it was a pickoff. He was at second, made it the third, and Emerson sliding to the opposite side of the bag from the first baseman and did enough in the umpire's eyes to be safe. And they're going to get him again, and that one's going to get away. That one rolls to the wall. Emerson on his way to second. Will touch second on his way to third. Throw here was a good throw. Gets cut off, and Emerson's going to get in the third off the first error of the game by Tallahassee.
Good base running there by Emerson. Like we talked about, AJ, you know, if that goes over the first baseman over there, that's easily second and more than likely going to be third. So
And it's like we've talked from the start of the game here. If anything gets away from the first baseman, anyone with any speed is going to end up on third pretty easily. Tallahassee going to bring the infield in now. Comes a 1-2. Daniel taps one down the third base line, and that one's going to be foul. Count will stay at 1 strikes. Miller doing a good job keeping his pitch count down, sitting at 37 pitches here through 2 1/3. Infield coming in again. Next pitch, swing and a miss here for strike 3. Second out in the inning. Second strikeout of the game from Miller. And that's going to bring up the third baseman and Jake Moore. Moore, who struck out looking at his first at bat in the bottom of the first inning, looking for a bit of redemption here against Miller. Infield will now go back to its normal position for Tallahassee. Here's the first pitch. And Moore lines that one up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. And the Tallahassee lead here is cut to 2-1. So first pitch, then Moore sees, sends it up the middle. That'll be the first run of the game, first run of the tournament here for Lawrenceburg. That brings up the second baseman here in Aiden Perez, who hit a pop-up to the first baseman in his first at bat in the second inning. Not a big lead by Moore over at first. First pitch here to Perez. It's a ground ball. Over to Ritchie at second base. Flips over to short. That one's in time, and that one will end the inning. Lawrenceburg gets a run here in the top of the third. They trail Tallahassee 2-1 here. This is the Southeast Regional for the 14-year-olds in Babe Ruth, brought to you by Quick Mart. Bottom of the third coming up next on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
If you're stuck, then you're in luck. Call Tyler McDowell with In-Service Towing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for quick, reliable service. When you find yourself in a bind, In-Service offers full-service towing and recovery services as well as vehicle lockouts, jump starts, and emergency roadside assistance. Family-owned, family-operated. When you need a hand, call In-Service Towing or ask for them by name. Serving Southern Tennessee and North Alabama. phone number 931-843-9098, or visit inservicespecialties.com.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Heine in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Heine Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Heine sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's Barbecue, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
And welcome back to Denver Track Field. We're here for the 14-year-old Southeast Regional Babe Ruth Game 1, brought to you by Quick Mart. As right off the bat, it's going to be the first out of the inning.
Bass there with a ground out to Emerson. Now brings up Colton Quarter, the first baseman.
So that's going to be the first pitch by Ryder Blackwood. That's going to be just outside for ball one.
Quarter struck out in his previous at bat with 2 on and 1 out. One of 4 strikeout victims so far by Ryder Blackwood.
Here's the next pitch. That's going to be swung on. It's going to be fly to center. And it's going to be Casey Blackwood with the out. So quickly, 2 outs here, bottom of the third.
Now we were worried about Blackwood's pitch count, and so far here in the bottom of the third, he's thrown 3 pitches and gotten 2 outs.
That's going to be Connor Burgess at the plate. He's going to swing on as well. And that's going to be out by Emerson. So 3 up, 3 down, and that'll do it. Tallahassee still leads this one 2-1. We'll be back right after this break.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy and GMC dealer.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here at Denver Trap Field, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, as we go to the top of the 4th inning here in the 14-year-old Southeast Babe Ruth Regional here on the X Sports Network, brought to you by Quick Mart. Lawrenceburg trailing Tallahassee here as they bat here in the top of the 4th inning. They trail 2-1, 6-7-8. Brooks Durham here to lead things off. Singled in the right in his first at bat. Facing off here with Ryder Miller for the second time here tonight. First pitch from Miller. That one misses high and in for ball 1. Miller so far through 3 innings. 1 run off 4 hits, a walk, 2 strikeouts, sitting right now at 41 pitches. You know, Hayden, you didn't have any time to call really the previous inning as Ryder Blackwood got 3 outs on 4 pitches.
Yeah, Ryder Blackwood, after that first inning, he really just was trying to find his groove, but after that, 4 strikeouts, and he's thrown nothing but heat for him.
Durham fouls the next pitch back as the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. All the runs have come with 2 outs. Tallahassee's a 2-run double to center, and then Durham rips one down the left field line, and Ben Emerson over there in the third base box had to just get out of the way as the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and then like we keep on talking about this field, AJ, if you get a ball sent down the line, first base or third base line, you're probably easily going to make it to second base.
Comes the 1-2 from Miller. That one's in the dirt, a breaking ball, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dimension here at Hayden. Down left field, 336. Right field, 336 as well. And center field's 375. So deeper down the lines, not as deep in the gaps or in center, but it plays very much like a major league or a Division I college ballpark. As that breaking ball is going to hit the outside corner for strike 3. A very good pitch there from Miller. His 3rd strikeout of the game. Now going to bring up the First baseman and John Colby Stanley singled in the right in his previous at bat, facing off of Miller here for the second time. Miller with a beautiful breaking ball right there that froze Durham. Comes the first pitch here to Stanley. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Stanley not too happy with himself. He thought he should have had that one.
Comes the 0-1. That one is fouled straight back for strike two. Wind blowing out to left here, not hard.
Got a little bit of sun for the first time today as well, it looks like.
We just need a rainbow.
Yeah.
To go along with that, but I don't think God can't promise that we're not going to have another thunderstorm of epic proportions in Lawrenceburg. Z0-2, that one's going to miss away for ball one. Lawrenceburg's gotten the runner on with one out in all 3 innings so far, so Stanley trying to make it 4 in a row. Here's a 1-2, and that one is tapped foul. The count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tallahassee's lone hit was a double to center field by J.R. Thompson that scored 2 with 2 outs, and Jake Moore has the RBI single from Lawrenceburg in the previous inning. Next pitch just misses away a fastball. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes a 2-2. This is low and in, and the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stanley here working the count full. Comes a full count offering. And that one's fouled back for Stanley as he stays alive. Now 7 pitches here so far in this at-bat. Home plate umpire getting some new baseballs after a few foul balls going out of play. Good job by fans for both Lawrenceburg and Tallahassee getting those back in play. And here comes a full count offering again. Stanley going to send this one in the left field, just out of the reach of the shortstop and the left fielder. So his second hit of the game, 5th hit for Lawrenceburg. And their 4th straight batter to reach base with 1 out in each inning. So Logan Mays here, the left fielder, due up, flew out in the right in his first at bat in the second inning, facing Miller for the second time.
Stanley's got once again another big lead off here by Lawrenceburg.
Not as big as some of the other ones, but big for him. Mays swings and misses. Swings and fouls that one off the net for strike one.
Jack Emerson's almost halfway to second base with his leadoffs.
He almost got picked off
Yeah,
twice
multiple
there.
times, yeah.
One of them, got away from the first baseman, was able to make his way to third. As Mays calls time, reset himself. Miller doesn't even waste any time. He's already set. Mays going to send this one in the deep right field. Sparkman makes the catch in foul territory, and that will be the second out in the inning. What a great job by Briggs Sparkman.
He's had
He's
a
been
couple
busy
of great
over there.
plays, yeah.
He's been busy over there and
That's
ranged.
the 3rd fly out for him today.
What about 25 to 30 yards to make that play for the out? To bring up Ryder Blackwood, 0 for 1, a fly out in the left in his first at bat in the top of the second inning. Looking for some 2-out magic here. First pitch from Miller. That one misses low and in for ball 1. And the 1-0. Misses away for ball 2. Got some action down the Tallahassee bullpen. And the 2-0. And that one is on the outside corner at the belt for strike one. Another right-hander. Can't tell who it is, but sure we'll find out at some point. Here's a 2-1. That one misses low for ball 3.
Good job by Ryder being disciplined, waiting for his pitch.
Hitters count here for Ryder Blackwood. And the 3-1. And he's going to foul that one away for strike two. He's in the count full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count offering here to Blackwood. And that one misses low and in for ball 4. 2 on, 2 out now as we go to the top of the order here from Lawrenceburg. Would be Case and Blackwood 0 for 2. Ground out the second and the first and fly out the right and the third. Second free pass issued by Miller in this one.
We'll have a runner coming in for Blackwood. It's going to be Jack Story.
Cade McLeod warming up in the Tallahassee bullpen. He's the extra player designated hitter, however you want to put it. Warming up the right-hander down the right field line for Tallahassee. Story, huge lead over at first, and Blackwood's not even in the batter's box yet.
One thing I like about Miller is whenever Blackwood right there, he was getting ready to step into the box, Miller was already ready to go.
First pitch here to Blackwood, a good breaking ball, swung on a miss for strike 1. Big leads at second and first here for Lawrenceburg. It's the 0-1 from Miller. And that one is sent up the middle, just out of the reach of the second baseman. Stanley going to head the third, and everyone's going to advance a base there. It's the 6th hit of the game for Lawrenceburg. Now the bases are loaded for 2 outs for Jack Emerson, who's reached base safely in both the bats. Walk in the first and then line to single into left. Scored a run in the third. Lawrenceburg looking for some more 2-out magic here. And now the head coach for Tallahassee going to make his way and talk with Miller. The rest of the infield going to join him as well here as we get a bit of a break here in this big situation here for both sides.
I think he's also talking to Miller here, trying to calm him down. Like, hey, all we need is 1 out here to end this inning. You know, let's just keep it calm, chill out, just get 1 out. That's all you need.
It's Mike Harrison, the head coach, makes his way out there, and now he'll make his way back after a pretty short meeting. Probably just assessing the situation, letting him know he's got 2 outs, so you got to force out an anywhere on the bag on any ground ball. Lawrenceburg winning the hit battle here, 6-1 so far. Now Miller taking a look at what's going on there on the rubber. Confers with the field umpire. Looks like everything's okay. Here comes the first pitch from Miller. That one misses low and away for ball 1.
One thing I've noticed, A.J. Miller, he was on a roll early in this game, but for some reason he's just gotten cold here all of a sudden.
And the 1-0, and Emerson sends a high fly ball on the left. And the shortstop there, and Burgess makes the catch, and that one will end the inning. Lawrenceburg strands 3 in the top of the 4th. Tallahassee leads it 2-1. Let's go to the bottom half of the inning here on the Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, brought to you by Quick Mart.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
And welcome back to Denver Track Field as we're here for the bottom of the fourth inning for the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional Game 1, brought to you by Quick Mart. As Ryder Blackwood still on the mound here for Lawrenceburg. As we got 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on to center. And that's going to be caught by Casey Blackwood.
Good communication there on that fly ball from the opposing pitcher and Ryder Miller as Blackwood calling off Emerson, the shortstop, and getting the first out of the inning. Tucker Popper will now due up here for Tallahassee.
So there's the first pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball 1.
Popper reached base on his first at bat off an error in the second inning. Only errors so far here for Lawrenceburg.
Here's the 1-0. That's also going to be in the dirt, so I'll make it 2 balls, no strikes. As Ryder Blackwood quickly falls behind. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner for strike 1.
It's a good little change up there by Blackwood, hitting that one right on the paint.
That's been his go-to this whole game. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be inside for ball 3.
Seen both right-handed pitchers here struggle so far against lefties, and Blackwood's thrown them behind, and Miller's kind of short on them, been throwing them outside.
Here's the 3-1, and that's going to be in there for strike 2, so that'll make it a full count.
One thing we've seen from both pitchers so far, Hayden, they work quickly. They don't waste a lot of time getting out there and letting it fly.
They do. Once they get the ball back from the catcher, they're ready to go up to the mound and get on with the next pitch. As here's the 3-2 count. That's going to be fouled out of play.
It's a close game here. A good one to start things off here in the Southeast Regional. I'm sure most people would have rather this one start at 10 a.m. rather than 6 p.m., but at least we're getting the game in.
And that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 3, and they'll make it 5 strikeouts on the day for Ryder Blackwood.
It's a good pitch there. It's an elevated fastball, able to get the swing and a miss. It's a second strikeout he's gotten on that elevated fastball, and so definitely changing up those eye levels here, these Tallahassee batters.
So now it's going to be the designated hitter, Caden McCullough. So here's the first pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1.
Breaking ball that just didn't break.
Here's the 1-0. Also another inside ball. Now make it 2-0.
And McLeod stands very close to the plate here. And
that one's also going to be outside. That'll make it a 3-0 count.
After Blackwood had a struggle with this pitch count early on in the game, sitting right now at 59, but certainly doesn't want to give up a 2-out walk.
And that's going to be in there for strike 1. So 3-1 count here. Yes, we were assuming McCall was going to take that one. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's also going to be in there for strike 2. Now make it a full count.
Good comeback here from Blackwood. Seems trying to get that rhythm in.
And here's the full count pitch. And that one's just going to be just a little tad low. With that, McCullough's going to make his way to first. So that's going to be Briggs Sparkman.
Sparkman, who walked in his previous at-bat and scored one of the 2 runs here for Tallahassee off that 2-out, 2-run double from J.R. Thompson.
As McCullough has a big lead, and they're going to try to pick him off, and he's going to get there in time.
Both of these pitchers so far have really quick pickoff moves over the first, and got to be aware, especially with as wet as the dirt is after all the rain that we got today, that get a little bit too big of a lead, you might slip and find yourself out.
Here's the next pitch, and it's going to be outside for ball one. I'll tell you one thing, AJ, with all the rain we've had, there's going to be a bunch of dirty uniforms and a bunch of washing tonight for sure.
Got to keep those parents busy somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
It's not like they're not busy enough.
There's the 1-0 pitch. That's also going to be outside. Make it 2-0. Here's Sparkman with the 2-0 pitch. As Ryder looks back at first. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in there for strike one.
It's almost like a two-seam pitch there from Blackwood. It's not a straight four-seam fastball. It has a bit of a late action to it.
So going to be 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. It's going to be outside. He's going to take off, and he's going to get him. Good throw by Brooks Durham as he's able to get McCullough taken off for second. With that, that's going to end the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back right after this break.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretta, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can.
And back here at the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, brought to you by Quick Marts, a 2-1 Tallahassee lead as we go to the top of the 5th. Heart of the order due up for Lawrenceburg. A.J. Daniel leading things off. Taps this one very slowly. Miller trying to make his way to first, not in time.
Wow.
So some miscommunication there between Miller and Colton Corder. And A.J. Daniel, known for his power, and now for his speed as he legs out that infield single.
That's just one thing from Tallahassee's side. You just can't let that happen. There's got to be some sort of communication, especially from that spot on first base.
That's the first leadoff hit of the game, or leadoff runner to get on here for Lawrenceburg. Brings up Jake Moore, 1 for 2 with a RBI single. Only run so far from Lawrenceburg. He drove that one up the middle in the 3rd. First pitch from Miller, a breaking ball in the outside corner for strike 1. And that's our first sneeze of the Southeast Regional. Made it to top of the 5th inning for that one. Next pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. And Lawrence County has come so close to either tying this game or taking the lead on multiple occasions, Hayden. And at some point they got to start driving in some runs.
They have.
And here comes the 1-1 from Miller. And Moore, after that kind of looked like a hit and run as Daniel took off, and Moore just fouled it down the right field line. So far, Lawrenceburg has left 8 on base as opposed to just 4 for Tallahassee.
Yeah, Lawrenceburg has had many, opportunities to score here. They just haven't been able to capitalize on.
As that one is fouled and caught for the strikeout, and that will be the first out of the inning. The fourth strikeout of the game for Ryder Miller. Now brings up the second baseman in Aiden Perez. Perez 0 for 2, a pop up the first and the third, and heading to a fielder's choice, a ground ball to the second baseman in the third. A.J. Daniel on first, 1 out. 2-1 Tallahassee lead here in the top of the fifth. Again, this game brought to you, and this game and the rest of the tournament brought to you by Quick Mart. May skies this one in the right field. Smarkman and Wright going to make the catch, and that will be the second out of the inning.
Another fly out to Sparkman over there on right field.
Yeah, he's been very busy out there. Other than some base hits and some ground balls, center field hasn't seen much action. Neither is left field. Sparkman getting a workout there and right. Brings up Brooks Durham, 1 for 2 in the game. Singled in the second and struck out looking in the fourth. Miller here keeping that pitch count right now at 62 here through 4 2/3. First pitch to Durham. Breaking ball. This is just a bit high. A back pick trying to get Daniel. At first will not be in time. Want to know the count here to Durham. And the next pitch, that one's inside. Daniel taking off for second. The throw, that one gets away, and Daniel's going to come away here with the stolen base.
I thought they were going to get AJ over there, but it got away from the second baseman, Christian Rachi. So good job by AJ there. Keep the base running.
Head coach here for Tallahassee asking for a pitch count. Want to make sure that they have what our official score up here in the press box has. Miller right now sitting at 74. Oh, my math was way off earlier. It's not 72, it's 74 now. Comes a 2-0. That's a breaking ball, just misses low for ball 3. John Colby Stanley waiting on deck, who's singled in both of his at-bats. 3-0, and that one's on the outside corner for strike 1. Comes a 3-1. That one's in the dirt for ball 4. Third free pass issued by Miller in this one brings up John Colby Stanley. So 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the fifth. Another good opportunity here for Lawrenceburg. And it looks like Max Diller going to come in and run for Durham again.
And for Tallahassee, it looks like the catcher Ian Bass going to have a little pep talk conversation for Miller.
Taking a look here at the box score so far. Hasn't been a 1-2-3 inning yet here for Lawrenceburg in this game, so they've definitely put a lot of pressure on Miller so far.
Here comes Tallahassee's head coach.
As Mike Harrison going to make his way out, and that might do it here for Ryder Miller. Looks like Cade McLeod waiting in the wings. He's inching his way out there to the mound as Harrison having a discussion here with Miller.
I believe he's 24 pitches away, something like that. Yep, they're going to bring Cade in.
That's going to be it. So, Cade McCall going to come in here and pitch. And while they make a switch here, we'll take a break on the X Sports Network.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender, major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm. with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
ArcticAir keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
New pitcher in the game is Cade McLeod here for Tallahassee. And here it's a 2-on, 2-out situation here in the top of the fifth, holding on to a 2-1 lead. First pitch here to John Colby Stanley. That misses high for ball one. Stanley 2 for 2 with singles in both the second and fourth, but is left on base on both at bats. Ryan Miller checks out after 4 2/3, 1 run off 7 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and finished with 77 pitches. Stanley drives this one into deep right center field, but Sparkman going to get called off there in center field by Parker Ritchie, and that one will end the inning. Lawrenceburg strands a pair in the top of the fifth. They trail Tallahassee as we go to the bottom half of the inning here in the Bayview Southeast Regional, brought to you by Quick Mart.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
This is Jason at Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg. For over 90 years, Volco has been a family-owned company. We're proud of our past and excited about our future. We're open to the public for wholesale and retail trade. We carry product lines such as Milwaukee Tools, Lucas Oil, and Malco product. We carry all major brands of lubricants like Shell Rotella, Haviland, Castrol GTX, Mystic, Motorcraft, Valvoline, Kindle, and Mobil. We here at Volco offer a complete line of car detailing supplies, shop supplies, tire repair products, and lawnmower supplies. Check us out online at VolcoAutosupply.com or at 416 Buffalo Road here in Lawrence.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to Denver Track Field. We're here for the 14-year-old Babe Ruth South Regional Tournament, as is brought to you by Quick Mart, as Tallahassee still leads this one 2-0. Excuse me. As we have a pitching change for Lawrenceburg, it's going to be Aiden Perez now on the mound for Lawrenceburg. As it's going to be Sparkman at the plate for Tallahassee.
Comes in for Ryder Blackwood. Blackwood, 4 innings, gave up 2 runs off 1 hit, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 hit by pitches, and finished with 65 pitches.
So that first pitch is going to be low in the dirt for ball one.
Rick Sparkman, who's no official at bat, walked and scored a run in his first at bat in the second.
That was going to be low for ball two. So quickly Perez falls behind 2-0. Here's the third pitch, and that's going to be outside. That's going to make it 3-0.
Don't want to discourage Perez just yet. Blackwood had some issues his first couple batters and was able to recover well as he throws on the high and in for ball 4.
So 4-pitch walk by Perez. So that's going to be Richardson now.
Parker Ritchie, who struck out swinging his first at bat in the second inning. Oh, I think we got someone different now.
going to have to look at the roster here. That's going to get away from Brooks, and he's going to send it to second, and Sparkman's going to be safe.
That was a very good throw there by Brooks Durham. Just a bit off there, and he slipped and threw that one as well. That is Henry Richardson, who's coming in the game here for Parker Ritchie.
His first appearance of the evening for Tallahassee. As Brooks Durham going to go to the mound. AJ, so far this is the first game, but I can tell we got some good talent, not only from Lawrenceburg, but also Tallahassee, Florida as well. We got some kids from Murray County and Marshall County. I believe those are the two teams that came together.
Yeah, pitching from both sides has been very good here. I mean, it's been very impressed from both sides, and this Tallahassee team has a lot of talent. And wouldn't be surprised if we see some of these guys, playing on our TVs. Just 4 or 5 years down the road.
It's not too far away. There's the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be in there for strike one.
Yeah, sometimes if just seeing that pitch in there and throwing that first strike just to gain some confidence here.
So we got a little bit of sun here on the field. Good to finally see that today. Here's the 1-1 pitch by Perez. And good job by Brooks Durham keeping that in front of him.
Good. Really, both catchers have done a great job. Ian Bass hasn't had too many tests, and in all reality, Durham hasn't either.
Yeah,
it's only about the second or third block he's having to make like that.
I don't think any of them has gotten by him today so far.
We've only had one, but nobody was on, and it was a ball too.
Yeah. Perez going to check over to second. Have Sparkman retreat. Here's the 2-1 pitch by Perez. That's going to be swung on by Richardson. That's going to get away from Emerson.
That ball was hit very, very hard right at Jack Emerson and kind of took an in-between hop, and just hard to corral something hit that hard right at you.
So with that, we're going to go to the top of the order with Thompson. As we got a runner on first and third here with no outs.
And Thompson's reached base on both the bats. A hit by pitch in the first and hit that 2-run, 2-out double to center in his previous at bat in the second inning.
So here's Thompson stepping into the plate.
Square around the bunt.
Yep. And Perez is going to step off the mound.
It might be another one of those safety squeeze situations here. If you don't get the run to score, at least maybe you remove the runner in place.
And Brooks was wanting to throw it, but he decides to second guess himself. So with that, Richardson's going to make his way to second, and it's going to have a runner on second and third.
Just a design call there by Durham. He knew he wasn't going to throw there on any stolen base attempt, and I want to give Tallahassee a chance to get that third run.
There's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for strike two. So with that, Perez gets ahead on the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. Good job by Brooks also keeping that one in front of him.
Very good job there by Durham, because that one goes to backstop. That's going to score a run. And when you're in a one-run game here, heading into the later innings, every opportunity you can to save a run, you got to take advantage. Infield playing in here for Lawrenceburg as well.
Here's Perez with a 1-2 pitch. That was just going to be a little outside.
Yeah. Breaking ball was just a bit high there. Durham kind of got caught in between on that one as well. Tried to sell it for a strike, but it was a bit high.
So that's going to make it 2-2 count. Here it is. That's going to be swung on and fouled down the first base line. So everybody's going to stay put.
Well, Thompson has the only hit in the game here for Tallahassee. Yeah, Perez trying to be really careful with him here.
Here's the 2-2 pitch by Perez. That's going to be in there for strike 3. So that's going to be Perez's first strikeout of the game.
That's a huge strikeout there. He threw that fastball right on the inside corner, right at the knees, and froze Thompson, who's been very good at the plate so far in this game.
So that's going to bring up the second baseman, Preston Ritchie.
Ritchie 0 for 1, hit by a pitch in the first and a ground out to a second in the second.
So here's Perez with the first pitch. That's going to be just inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on for strike 1.
Ritchie was a bit behind on that one. I don't know if he got a good read out of Perez's hand, but swung very late on that.
Here's Perez with the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on. That's going to be caught and not in time, but that's going to get away from Stanley. So with that, 2-run score.
Just a looping line drive out up the middle. A good play there at second base. By
Ryder
Lawrence.
Blackwood, he was able to get to it, but Stanley just couldn't find it. So now it's going to be Ian Bass at the plate here for Tallahassee as they tack on 2 more runs here, so it'll be 4-1 lead.
Bass 0 for 2, strikeout looking in the first, a ground out, too short in the third.
Yes. Perez is going to check over to first.
And that's you hope for Lawrenceburg's sake that they recover from this, but they've left 10 runners on base, and when you have a play like that scores 2, it might be a bit deflating for these guys.
That pitch is also going to be checked over to first. I'd like to remind you right after this will be Marshall County versus Greenville, so you don't want to miss that one for the 14-year-old Southeast Regional Babe Ruth Tournament, brought to you by Quick Mart. As that pitch is going to be a ball. As we got a ball coming out from the Tallahassee dugout.
Don't know what that is. I guess it's
like a weighted ball.
Yeah, weighted ball that
looks like one of the players were using it to get ready in the dugout and it got away from him.
Although actually some of the kids were back here playing, and that one made it. I guess they're playing off the wall, and it found off the dugout wall, and it found its way on the field.
So that we're going to have play again as it's a 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be on the outside, and that's going to be a strike.
Perez is finding some success on that one part, whether it's outside to the right-handers or inside the left-handers, but he's done pretty good with the fastball in that area.
Here's the 1-1 pitch by Perez. He's going to check over to first and not in time. Here's the 1-1 again. That's going to be swung on for strike 2.
Yes. Yeah, Bass with a really healthy cut there. And
almost took him off his feet.
Yeah, fell over himself really. He was he was trying to send that one off the wall and left and just missed it.
And here's the 1-2 pitch by Perez. That's going to be fouled back. Bass looking down the third base line, getting a signal from his third base coach. Here's the 1-2 by Perez. That's going to be outside. That's going to make it 2-2.
Perez has already thrown 23 pitches in this inning. A hit, a walk, and a strikeout.
Here's the 2-2 pitch by Perez, and that's going to be thrown behind Bass. That's going to make it a full count.
No action down in the Lawrenceburg bullpen, and now Perez is making his way to the Lawrenceburg dugout. And
I hope. I hope not, but he's holding his elbow.
Yeah, that's not a good sign here for Lawrenceburg. I mean, anytime a pitcher just walks straight to the dugout, you know that they're probably something's wrong. They're probably done. So, Lawrenceburg's going to have to put a new pitcher in place here.
And with that, we'll take a quick commercial break. You don't want to miss this. It's the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional Tournament brought to you by Quick Mart. We'll be back right after this break.
This is Jason at Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Tennessee Flight Training. We are training the next generation of pilots. Come and see why Tennessee Flight Training is the best way to learn to fly. Tennessee Flight Training. The skies are calling.
Tired of driving into the city every time you need appliances, furniture, or heck, just about anything? Next time, stay local and come to Swap and Shop Center. We have everything you want, from computers to furniture, major appliances, lawn and garden tools, electronics, you name it. Our #1 goal is to get you the items you need at a price you can afford. We even offer 120 days same as cash financing. We won't be undersold. We specialize in service after the sale. We pick up where everyone else leaves off. Swap and Shop Center, family owned and operated in Lawrenceburg for over 61 years.
Southern Tennessee Orthopedics welcomes orthopedic surgeon Dr. Paul Thomas. Count on Dr. Paul Thomas, podiatrist Dr. James Barksdale, and nurse practitioner Doug Ead at Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep your life in motion. Injuries and foot pain can rob you of the activities you enjoy most. So our team is here, close to home, to address the pain and to get you moving again. Southern Tennessee Orthopedics. From the routine to the unforeseen, you can count on us. To learn more, visit SouthernTennesseeMedicalGroup.com, or to schedule an appointment, call 931-762-4400.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Denver Track Field, as we're here for Game 1 between Lawrenceburg and Tallahassee. Hey Jay, that's one thing you don't want to see is a player getting injured. So I hope Aiden Perez is okay as we got a pitch and change.
Through that last pitch and immediately holding his right arm, walked right off the field. So now John Colby Stanley in the pitch. You got Jake Moore moving from third to first, and Max Stiller now will move into Perez's spot in the lineup, but will play third base here for Lawrenceburg as Stanley continues to warm up here for Lawrenceburg.
I'm just looking over there, and it looks like they're wrapping up Aiden Perez, so he looks like he'll be okay. But like we said earlier, that's just one thing, not just in baseball, but in all sports. You don't want to see a player getting injured.
Good job, and give Perez credit. You know, he knew something was wrong. Instead of going out there and trying to fight through it, knew something was wrong and immediately said, okay, I can't do this anymore, and give someone else a chance here and risk any further damage to his right arm. Young kid, again, just 14 years old, got a bright future ahead of him, and no use in risking it this early on.
So with that, looks like Stanley's going to finish up his warm-up, and it's going to be Ian Bass at the plate for Tallahassee with Colton Quarter on deck and Connor Burgess in the hole.
And this is a full count here to Bass, so it's a one-pitch opportunity here for Stanley.
Once again, Tallahassee leads this one 4-1. And as right after this game, it will be Marshall County versus Greenview. So once again, you don't want to miss that game. That'll be right after this. As Brooks Durham is on the mound, or excuse me, talking to John Colby Stanley. The field umpire. Just give him a little talk, and we're ready to get things back going. So here's the full count pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled out play.
Preston Ritchie took off over there at first base almost immediately, and he had a pretty good jump there on Stanley, and probably pretty upset with Bass there fouling that one away.
So here's the full count pitch once again, as Stanley's going to fake over to first and have Ritchie retreat. Here's the full count pitch once again. That's going to be swung on. That's going to be flied in the infield. And it's going to be Dillard with the catch.
Good job by Dillard fighting the sun there on that play. And I thought maybe that one's going to get away from him and able to make a play for the second out of the inning.
Those sunglasses he's got on are coming handy for sure. So now it's going to be Colton Quarter, the first baseman, at the plate with Connor Burgess and Ryder Miller.
Quarter 0 for 2, strikeout swinging in the first and a fly out the center in the third.
So here's the first pitch. That's going to be just outside, maybe a little high for ball one.
We mentioned before, Quarter looks like he should be a freshman or sophomore in college. He is a very big kid.
In general, Tallahassee has a bunch of big kids compared to Lawrence County. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be way inside, and Richie's going to easily make his way to second.
Gets there off the wild pitch, and I believe it's the first wild pitch from either side so far in this game.
So here's Stanley getting set on the mound for the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be in there for strike one.
Very good pitch there. And it's like the previous pitchers before him. Sometimes you just got to see one call to strike and just go to work from there.
Here's the 2-1 pitch as Colton's going to step out of the box here. So here's Stanley. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on but fouled out of play down the third base line.
Big pitch here for Stanley. If he can just find a way to get Quarter out here and get the bats back up here on the top of the sixth, because this Lawrence County team certainly needs some momentum, and maybe a big strikeout here or just any way to get Quarter out will help.
So here's the 2-2 pitch here. That's going to be swung on. That's going to get down the left field.
And he misplayed it out there and left.
It's going to be throw to home, and Richie's going to make his way. That's going to score another run. So with that, Tallahassee extends their lead 5-1.
Our play out there in left field. That left fielder staring straight into the sun there, and he probably thought that was heading more towards left center and took more of a turn towards the left and just folded him a bit and gave Quarter an RBI single.
That's Logan Mays. He's trying to keep the glove up in front of his eyes. So here's Connor Burgess at the plate. And Stanley's going to fake over to second. Here's Stanley with the pitch again. That's going to be in the dirt for ball one.
I think Brooks Durham kind of took that one.
Not sure if he took that to the chin.
Yeah, I think so, or some part of his face, because he's maybe even into the throat. He's a bit shaken up trying to block that one, which he did. So it looks like he's okay. And
Chad Moore's just telling him to suck it up.
yeah. Home plate umpire checking on him, give him a bit of a break here.
So Burgess is going to step back in the batter's box for a 1-0 count. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Stanley looks to second. It's going to be in there for strike one. Good pitch there by Stanley.
Yeah. Find a way any way you can here to get ahead. And Tallahassee getting 3 runs here. Just get this final out and get the bats up in the next half inning.
Here's Stanley with the 1-1. That's going to be thrown way behind. That's going to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Stanley's checking over to second. Here's the 2-1. That's just going to be inside for ball 3. Here's Stanley. Once again checking at second, and there's going to be time called.
Yeah.
Berg is going to step out of the box, call time.
After a pretty good flow for the first 4 innings, we've certainly in this inning alone have seen a lot of timeouts, a lot of time in between pitches. This 5th inning alone has certainly ground this game to a halt.
So here's the 3-1. No, he's going to check over, and it's going to be safe.
There's a good pickoff there. Good communication between Stanley and Emerson, and Quarter just able to get his hand in his body there just in time.
So here's Stanley with the 3-1 pitch. That's going to get away from Brooks Durham. And Quarters is going to take off for third, and he's going to make it. So with that, it's going to be 2 outs with runners on first and third, and it's going to be Ryder Miller.
Miller 0 for 2 strikeout looking in the first, fly out the center in the 4th. It's the 5th walk and the 7th free pass issued by Lawrence County pitching in this one.
And Chad Moore's going to come out to the mound, have a talk with the infield. He's probably saying the same thing Tallahassee's head coach was saying earlier, like, hey, certain situation, all we need is just 1 out to end this inning.
Yeah. Tallahassee has gotten an extra run here. You've got 3 of your 5 runs have come with 2 outs, and just got to find a way to get this final out and get to the next inning. Miller here with the chance to help his own cause for Tallahassee.
Brooks Durham looking to his dugout. I'm not exactly sure.
Trying to get that first and third call here.
Burgess has a big lead off on first. Here's Stanley with the pitch. That's going to be swung on. There got Burgess in a rundown.
But the run's going to score there.
Yep. Got to get him. And they got him. So with that, no run scored there, but Tallahassee adds 3 more as that's the end of the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be back right after this break.
Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com. At Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg, owner and broker Fred Webb is always working with his realtors to ensure they're ready for game day to score you the biggest win for your home or property. From being the best trained to knowing the land or home they're selling, the crew at your local United Country office is ready to give you their all. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, turn to Southern Tennessee Realty today and let them put their years of combined experience to work for you. Because everyone around here knows if Southern Tennessee Realty can find Bigfoot, they can find you a buyer.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Southeast Regional for Babe Ruth, brought to you by Quick Mart as we go to the top of the 6th. Tallahassee leading Lawrence County 6-1. Logan Mays will lead things off here. Takes a first pitch strike here from Cade McLeod. Next pitch, a breaking ball. That one misses high and away for ball 1. Mays, who's 0 for 2 so far in the game with a pair of flyouts to Sparkman and Wright. Comes a 1-1. This is a ground ball over the left side. The third baseman gloves it, throws over to first. That will be in time for the first out of the inning. They're going to bring up Ryder Blackwood. Blackwood, who has moved to second base after starting the game off as the pitcher. Blackwood 0 for 1, a fly out the left in the second, walked in the fourth, and was left on base. Lawrence County has left 10 on base so far in this game. They trail this one 6-1. First pitch from McLeod, and he's going to lay down a bunt, a really good one.
Yeah.
McLeod throws over. That one's going to get away. And Blackwood's just going to stay at first there. Very good bunt. You can score that either way, an infield hit or an error. But with another runner reaches base with 1 out here.
Looks like Ryder Blackwood's a little shaken up there on first base.
Yeah, the first baseman trying to make the play, and his glove was down when Blackwood was crossing the plate, and they just got tangled up there, but he seems to be okay.
So that's going to be a top of the order, Case and Blackwood. Ryder seems to be okay on first.
Blackwood here, 1 for 3 in the game. Ground out in the first, fly out in the third, and then a single in the fourth. First pitcher by McLeod misses high and in for ball 1. Blackwood, pretty decent lead over there first. Not as big as we've seen earlier, as now Kasem will call timeout. Lawrence County here just trying to cut into this Tallahassee lead any way they can. And now they're going to throw over to first. The throw will not be in time. Big lead by Blackwood. Here's the 1-0. Back pick opportunity.
Ooh.
And just missed him right there. And
I thought he was about to get him with the sweep there.
That or knock him out, one or the other. That was a
one of the two.
That was a pretty vicious swing there by Quarter, trying to get him in time. Well, if he would have got him, he would have knocked him out and got him out, as that pitch misses high and in for ball 3. No.
Cordis is going to come out and talk to his pitcher.
Blackwood trying to reach base here for the second time. It's a 3-0. Just misses away for ball 4. 2-on-1 out here for Lawrence County, trying to get something going. We'll bring up Jack Emerson. Emerson 1 for 2, walk in the first, single and a run scored in the third, and then popped up to the shortstop in the fourth. Huge opportunity here for Emerson, and now walk down the third base line. Have a conversation here with his dad, who's the third base coach here for Lawrence County.
I'm still noticing, AJ, good, decent little crowd, even though it looks like a mixture of Greenview and Murray County, but also a bunch of Lawrence County fans out here.
Yeah, good, decent contingent from Tallahassee as well.
Tallahassee fans as well, yep.
Obviously, we got Murray County and Greenville waiting on deck after this one. First pitch from McLeod. That one's on the inside corner for strike 1.
They've been waiting since 12:30.
Actually, Greenville and Murray County were here for the first game as well. So they've been waiting at about 9, 10 a.m. like the rest of us. Here's the 0-1. That one's on the outside corner for strike 2. And here comes the 0-2. And he sends this one high in the air, and that's going to stay on the infield. McLeod's going to make the catch. It was an infield fly anyway. It'll be the second out of the inning. Bring up the right fielder, A.J. Daniel, who's 1 for 3. He ground out the second and the first, strikeout swinging in the third, and got an infield single in the 5th.
Tough right there by Jack. You know, he's like one of the passionate leaders on this team. You know, just to see one of those type of flyouts right there just kind of breaks your spirit.
And Daniel trying to make some contact here. That first pitch misses away for ball 1. Daniel's got a lot of power and haven't really seen it so far. And now we're going to have a meeting by Mike Harrison, the head coach here for Tallahassee, as he makes his way out to the mound. That might be it for McLeod. And just a very quick meeting, and that will do it. Harrison will make his way back to the dugout. Huge lead over at first here. Here's the 1-0. That one misses low for ball 2.
Both Ryder and Kasem Blackwood have, like you said, 2 big leads on first and second.
And here comes a 2-0. Daniel, ground ball over here on the right side. The second baseman, Ritchie, throws over to first in time. That one will end the inning. Lawrence County strands 2 in the top of the 6th. They trail Tallahassee 6-1 as we go to the bottom half of the inning here in the Southeast Regional, brought to you by Quick Mart here on the X Sports Network.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Denver Trap Field as we're here for the bottom of the 6th inning between Lawrenceburg and Tallahassee, Florida. We're here for the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional Tournament brought to you by Quick Mart. It's going to be Stanley with the pitch, and that's going to be flied in the infield. That's going to be caught by Stanley, and that's going to get
barely
Miller
stayed
out.
in his glove there. Getting Miller to, who was the starting pitcher originally for Tallahassee, to pop out.
So now with that, it's going to be Tucker Papel, the left fielder for Tallahassee.
0 for 2. Reach Fianair scored a run in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth.
So here's the first pitch by Stanley, and that's going to be on the outside corner. It's just going to be outside for ball 1. So here's Stanley with the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This is going to be outside for ball 2. Once again, right after this game, it'll be Greenville versus Marshall County, so you don't want to miss that one right after this game. That one's going to be swung on for strike 2. Here's Stanley with the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be high and inside for ball 3 to make it a full count. Here's the full count pitch. And swing and a miss, strikeout. That's going to be the second out of the inning.
First strikeout there for Stanley. Good job there on a full count. Just to say in the movie Major League, just forget about the curveball, John. Just throw the heater, and he got it for strike 3.
So that's going to bring Kay McCauley on the plate with Briggs Sparkman on deck and Henry Richardson in the hole.
Cloud had a sack bunt in the second and reached via walk in the 4th.
Here's the first pitch. That's going to be swung on and grounded to Dillard. He can't get control of it, but he gets it to first base and with the out by Jake Moore. And with that, that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. Tallahassee still leads this one 6-1. We'll be back right after this break.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here at the Babe Ruth 14-year-old Southeast Regional here, brought to you by Quick Mart. Final chance here for Lawrence County as they trail Tallahassee here 6-1. You got 4-5-6 due up here for Lawrence County. Jake Moore, Max Dillard, and Brooks Durham. Cade McLeod back on the mound here for Tallahassee. Moore's 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 3rd. First pitch swung on and missed here for strike 1. McLeod, who just had 16 pitches through an inning in the 3rd here and has allowed just 1 base runner.
Boy, Jake wanted that last pitch for sure.
Comes the 0-1. That one misses just a bit high for ball 1. Mentioned earlier, pretty decent crowd out here tonight in Lawrenceburg as more Murray County, Greenville, North Carolina fans make their way here to Denver Track Field as Moore fouls this one off the top of the net for strike 2. Comes the 1-2, and that one is in the dirt. Get away from Bass a bit. He looks a bit shaken up. I think he took that one right in the midsection. And he's going to take a bit of a break, get the dirt back in order. 2-2 the count here, the cleanup hitter here for Lawrence County. Next pitch here from McLeod. And this one is sent in the right center field, and good running catch out there in center by Henry Richardson. That would be the first out of the inning. Very impressed with this outfield here so far from Tallahassee. They've ran more than their fair share of balls down that might have been hits against other teams and made the catches. We'll bring him back Stiller for his first at-bat of the game here. Filling in for Aiden Perez, who was 0 for 3 and had to leave after feeling something not right with his right arm while he was pitching. First pitch here from McLeod. Dillard chops it foul down the left field line for strike 1. Comes the 0-1. Tap foul down the left field line again off the breaking ball, and the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Comes the 0-2 from McLeod. Check swing. Check with
Checking those things good.
First base umpire said just a bit high. And here comes a 1-2. That one's in the dirt. Another good block there from Bass behind the plate. And the count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bass, who haven't had a lot of balls in the dirt to deal with, but in this inning has gotten a couple, but has made some good plays on it. And here comes a 2-2. Hit high in the air in the center field. Richardson will camp underneath it, make the catch, and that will be the second out of the inning. Final chance here for Lawrence County will be Brooks Durham, who's 1 for 2 in the game. Single in the second, struck out looking in the fourth, and then walked in the fifth. Facing McLeod here for the first time. First pitch here from McLeod. A breaking ball misses away for ball 1. Next pitch. That one is inside for ball 2.
Good eye there by Brooks, not swinging on it. Looked like he wanted to swing the bat, but just came in a little bit.
Next pitch, this one's grounded up the middle. Borges there at short, throws over the first in time, and that one will end the game. Tallahassee starts off the 14-year-old Southeast Regional here with a 6-1 win over Lawrence County. Taking a look at the final stats here for Tallahassee. 6 runs off 3 hits, 2 errors. Lawrence County, 1 run off 7 hits and 3 errors. Final thoughts here on the game, Hayden.
Well, you know, I'm just glad we're able to get this game in between Tallahassee and Lawrenceburg, and the next game between Grandview and Marshall County. But, you know, tough break by Lawrenceburg here, but we still got 3 more games of baseball, so hopefully they can bounce back in the rest of the season with a win, or excuse me, the rest of the tournament with a win.
Next game for Lawrence County will be tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. against Sarasota, Florida. Next game for Tallahassee will be right after that at 12:30 tomorrow against Greenville, North Carolina. Next game will be due up Greenville, North Carolina, taking on Marshall County, Tennessee. That game will be in about half an hour. That will be next here on the X Sports Network. So for Sam Camp, for Hayden Burks, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
This is the X Sports Network.